for the reserves grade competition. David Cook is joined in the commentary box by Grubby Cations. Welcome, Grubby.
Hey, g'day, David. Pleasure to be here, mate.
Magnificent day here as the players for the reserves grand final between Corio and East Geelong. They're all lined up listening to the national anthem. And a great day for the finals. Bit of wind.
Yeah, very strong wind going down to the netball end, the Buckley's end of the footy ground. Looks like Jamie Dale is out of the side, and Billy Crosland's come in by the looks of things. And Costanzo's out of the lineup as well.
A couple of late changes.
Righto, thanks very much. Yes, the wind is pretty strong down here. I noticed in the under-18s it was by miles the scoring end of the ground, Cookie.
What do you reckon it's worth? Grubby, I'd suggest if it's used properly, probably worth 4 goals, 4.5 goals.
Yes, I'd say, well, 3 or 4 goals, but if it's used properly, I'd say, yeah, they could kick 5 goals for that, yeah, no worries. But I think Bannockburn in the under-18s did prove that if you play the ground properly, you can kick them against it as well.
Well, they did against the Tide. They kicked 3 goals up in the last bit of the last quarter to win the match. Yeah. So, well done to the Bannockburn boys. This game, the Corio Devils shooting for a championship.
I tell you what, they've been a wonderful side all year. It's very hard to go past them, but I was very, very impressed with the East Geelong lineup last week in the preliminary final. They're a very big side, and I think they wanted the conditions a little bit wetter. So I'm going to have to go for Corio because they've been such a good side all year.
Okay, yeah, and plenty of experience in the Corio camp. I haven't called the GDFL for quite some years, trying to retire, but they get me back a bit. Plenty of guys there I know. Phil Boyle, who played a lot of senior footy at Corio when I was commentating in the mid-90s, I guess.
Yes, Phil Boyle, as a matter of fact, plays his 200th game today in the GDFL for Corio. There is a couple other milestones. Frankie Pasilovic is going to play his 150th. He's played a lot of good ones, Frankie. And young Brent Rutherford's playing his 100th game as well. So a lot of milestones there and a lot of experience. You're right, Cookie.
And plenty to play for with the game for the championship and all those personal milestones. On the other side of the camp, East Geelong, they've got a pretty experienced side themselves. They've got the Ivan Tansing medalist, Big Andy Reuter.
Well, he's been dominant all year. He's been the dominant player. He's a class above in this level that I've seen, and he won the medal by, he not only won it, he won it by about 30 votes and never looked like losing it, I can tell you.
Okay, and Kelvin Gray, a player that I know pretty well, he's opted to alternate basically between East Geelong and Anglesey over the years. He's played in premierships at both sides at senior level. He's pretty tough and hard in the back pocket. He'll come running out of there like a steam train.
Oh, for sure. I don't know a lot about him, but I've heard a fair bit about him. And, of course, his mate down there, John Stefanowski, he's been around a fair while too.
Yeah, Johnny's lost a bit of hair since I last saw him, but still enjoying his game of footy. And Dean Watson's been around the club a long time too at East Geelong, so they've got plenty of experience as well.
Very experienced side and augurs well for a pretty good game, I think. And I think mainly the good thing about the whole day is they've just had the national anthem and that Dick Philpott didn't sing it, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm feeling better already. That's cheered me up no end. Look, I just have a look at the sides out there, Grubby. I reckon there's a bit of a height advantage for East Geelong. They look to be a taller side.
Well,
the Eagles.
Last week in the preliminary final against Bannockburn, they were much, much bigger, much stronger, and of course prevailed on the day. But Corio moved the ball very well. They move it very well, so that might offset the height advantage that the East Geelong Eagles have got.
Well, I've got to have a punt, I suppose, don't I? You see a game every week, and I've been around the Bellarine cycles for a while now, but I might tip the underdogs. I might go for East Geelong with the height advantage.
Well, look, I've gone for Corio, but if East Geelong can play like they did last week, and I hope they do because it'll make for a great game, then they'll be right in it right till the end because they never stop trying. Anyone who's the president of Kevin O'Leary, they don't stop trying, I can tell you that.
That's for sure. Won't be long before the game's underway. We'll just see if we can pick up who's in the centre of the ground. I can see Dale Greaves in there for Corio. Jumping up and down, ready to get going. Pretty keen to get on with the game. Big Andy Reuter, he'll do the ruck work, no doubt.
Oh, for sure.
For the Eagles.
Yeah, I'll tell you who's in there too. Stephen Ryan. He won the best on the ground medal in the corresponding game last year against North Geelong.
Okay, and the skipper Sean Gundry for Corio. He's in there as well. As the umpire holds the ball up, and the grand final's about to start in the reserves grade competition. There's Geelong Water Sprinklers. I think you'll find us sponsoring the game throughout the season. First ball out of the centre. Didn't go far though. Was it go far enough? Oh, I doubted that. The mark taken there, that's by Dave Ressinger of Corio, was to come out of the centre. Only went about 10 metres for mine, but the umpire's in a better position and he's paid Ressinger the mark and he'll send Corio into attack. Plays on now, kicks the ball out wide towards centre wing, a marking option, almost taken. Got a bit of backup support though. Good hand pass over the top from Chris Haynes. Out wide, his teammate running down the ground. Did well there in Laurie. Laurie goes wide. The wind's got hold of it. Swirled it away though. It's out of bounds on the full on the far side. They got up to the half forward flank nearly on the big St Albans ground. Corio going left of screen in the first quarter against the breeze and going with it. The East Geelong Eagles will now have the ball at half back. Kick long towards the centre wing, uncontested mark. That might have been Haynes again, I think. Got a hand pass across. You said they run the ball well, Grubber. You're right. There's Haynes that time. Got the ball out wide. Good kick. Found his teammate out there. That might be Smith. No, it isn't. It's number 43. It's Sean Grundry. No, he's had to give it back. They're swapping it around a bit out there. And it might have been White Hill who kicks the ball into the forward zone. Backing back. Mark taken. Big Andy Reuters got the ball at half back. For the Eagles, punt kicks towards centre wing. The high players wanted. No mark taken. Hand pass comes over the top. Here's the chance now for East Geelong to go and attack. Dean Watson, the veteran, picks it up, runs onto the left foot, kicks the ball inside 50. Oh, good mark. Good defensive mark. In front where all good defenders should be. Matty Ensign, he took the mark there at the back pocket. Out towards half forward. The Eagles have got possession again. Was that Gamble? Long kick into the goal mouth. Cross to the left-hand side. He's missed narrowly. Minor score. First score of the day goes on the board. Kick to East Geelong.
They do move the ball well, Cookie. It'd be interesting to see what they do when they do have the win, because then you really feel they've got to kick long.
Taking a bit of time to put the ball back into play. Sizing up the options. The option's a good one. It's short. And the mark taken there. Might have been Steve Ryan, was it? Couldn't quite pick him up. Kick come out towards the grandstand side of the ground. Corio have got the numbers. Bit of fancy dancing. Well done. Right foot kick goes up towards half forward. Back towards centre wing it does spill. Chance for Ben Whitehall to run on the footy. He lets it go. His teammate there was a big help. That number 72, it looked like Brett Bravo got the ball up towards half forward. But Reuter stands his ground again.
Good kick.
In towards the centre half forward position. Found his teammate, the big mate, Host. He goes bang, long kick into the forward zone. Down there, working hard at the football. The ball there was Scotty Ferguson. Couldn't handle it though.
Right.
Here's a little kick out of defence for Corio. That's a good one too. Just inside the defensive 50 and Brent Rutherford takes the mark. So the defence holding firm at the moment for the Corio Devils. Rutherford's on the grandstand side, elects to kick towards the boundary. The ball holds up in the breeze. A little bit of a push and a shove there. Umpire said it was okay. Leading in the race for the ball there was Brett Bravo. Pushed off the footy on that occasion by his opponent, Daniel Hobbs. The boundary umpire gets his moment of glory. We wait the ball to come back into play. Jamie Della waits down in front of us doing the roving. And they go. Big Andy Reuter got first hand on the footy. Went down, went straight past Ben Whitehall. Picked up here for the Devils. Little kick around the body's okay from Ashley Rayson. He got the ball further afield. Corio a chance. They can pick it up. They can. Here comes Greaves. He runs through centre half forward. Kicks the ball across the ground. The player out of the lead should take the mark. He has. Great play by Greaves. The target led well. Paul Baker, the old Baker boy. Caught him playing in a winning grand final back when Wayne Tyquin coached the Devils.
Oh, that was against Werribee Centrals. Don't bring that up, Cookie.
Sorry, Grabby. But Baker was a very good player then. He led well and took the mark. He's actually the coach of the side here today too. I think you find, isn't he? Paul Baker? He is.
Yes, he is. He definitely is. He's coach, but he's not the captain. Sean Gundry's the captain today.
Be a tough kick into the breeze.
Oh, yeah. He'd have to be good to get this.
Went into the pocket. Kick across the face there. Minor score.
1 point.
So it's all tied up a point each, and that point was in fact kicked by Clinton Eldridge.
Yeah, I like the way they ran the ball down then and hit a target when needed.
It was good, wasn't it? Greaves was good as he ran through the centre wing there. Looked very good. Ball back into play. Long one. Well out over half back. Players rise. At ground level, Corio first hands on the ball once again. Chopping it off well, Scotty Gibson. Did well on that occasion for East Geelong. Just smothered the flow of the Devils coming forward. The ball's paddled out wide. Picked up there by Jamie Della. Della now for East Geelong. Long kick in towards the centre half forward position. It bounces free. It eludes 3 or 4 players. Getting back with the run of the footies, Matthew Ince. He's been good early down there in the defensive zone. Got a hand pass away to Rutherford. Rutherford, his cohort, kicks the ball out wide. The ball going close to the fence. After it is Della. Boundary umpire comes in, he'll throw the ball back into play. It's 1 point apiece, and we have played 5 minutes and 20 seconds of the first term.
We said they were pretty big. I'm a little bit worried there down with that big Scotty Ferguson. He's got to be able to chase when he doesn't get the ball, Cookie.
Yeah, Ince has been very good on him so far. Ball back into play, down it goes towards half forward, but they've got numbers back at the moment. Corio doing well, and the mark has been chopped off there. It might be Ressinger. Yeah, he's quite a big player too. He kicks the ball out wide. Battle at ground level. Gemmel's got it. Got a hand pass across. Okay.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone, said Grubby. He's gone to the umpire. That would have been Della, was it, charging through? He was well tackled, and the free kick, and correctly, goes to Ben Whitehall, just outside half back. Looks to chip the ball short into the breeze. That's a good tactic. And he finds his teammate there, Greaves, who's looked good early in the game. Greaves towards the centre of the ground, up in front,
Good
almost
mark.
the mark. Paid, is it?
Yeah, good mark. And I'll tell you what, young Whitehill started the game pretty well.
Okay, by hands, quick, plays on, gets it across to big Andy Reuter, wobbles the punt kick in towards half forward, wasn't a good one, it bounces over the back, kick off the ground. Kick off the ground by the defender there, Ince. Call that an own goal, but it's only a point, Grubby, but that was good play, you're right, there, he was in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, he was outnumbered 2-1, and if he had let it bounce, he was a goner there.
Okay, so Ince puts the ball through for a defensive behind. And he started the game in good battle down there. The big fella putting the ball back into play. Goes out wide. You're right about their runners, Grubby. They've got some good little runners. There was one taking a mark. That might have been Whitehall again. Got up towards centre wing. Handballing. Good stuff from the Devils early on. After the footy there, diving up, might have been racing. Couldn't quite pick it up. Close to the boundary line. And it has gone out of bounds. Far side of the ground. 1 point apiece. No, sorry, 2 points to East Geelong, 1 point to Corio. And a good start for the Devils. 7 minutes gone, Grubby, and still no goal on the board with the breeze for East Geelong.
That kid that got the ball, it may have been Kane Hayes who started off the game pretty well too.
Yes. Ball kicked forward at the back of the pack, a chance.
Flanagan, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Flanagan left foot into the pocket. Up and taking a good mark. That was Luke Thompson. He's deep in the forward pocket though. Awkward kick from there.
You'd reckon you'd only want to be Dacos to kick it from there, Cookie.
Well, I guess if he uses the breeze right and goes for the right-hand post, there's a chance for it to bring it back. Important kick because we've played 8 minutes now, still no goal on the board. Thompson looks as though he's pushed this right across the face. Breeze didn't work for him. 1 point only. East Geelong go to 3 points. Corio 1 point. And we've played just over 8 minutes of the first quarter.
Long time without a goal with this win.
Yeah, they want to come with a rush, you'd think, wouldn't they? The kick out towards half back. Dropping in short, and number 10's taken the mark. I haven't got him listed in the...
No, he's not in the book.
In the program, so we'll have to just call him number 10.
Actually. It's Jamie Daler.
It's 40, is it?
Yeah.
Jamie Daler. Good man. We got the wrong mail. They said he wasn't playing. But he is. He's going to have a shot on goal.
Yeah, I think I've just got some late mail. I think Jamie Daler's in. Daniel Costanzo is the one that came out for big... who was the other bloke? Big Billy Crossland.
Number 19. Daler goes for goal. It's a better looking kick.
A nice
big kick. He's got hold of this one. The goal umpire comes back. There's the first goal of the grand final. Kicked by Jamie Daler, who got in front. The ball dropped a bit short from the kick out. He took the mark, went back steadied and put it right through the middle at the 9-minute mark of the first term. And it's 1 goal, 3 East Geelong. That's 9 points on the board. Corio Devils into the breeze, a stiff breeze in the first term, have managed just 1 point.
Very, very, very handy goal to get that because you win the toss, you get a nice 5 or 6 goal win. It's got up a little bit, and I think nerves play a big part in grand finals, and if you fritter away opportunities early, you can find yourself in a little bit of trouble. But they've got that one on the board now. They've got to just calm the nerves a little bit, and with a bit of luck, they'll kick a couple more and hope that the Devils don't come down here and kick one against them.
All right, back into the centre. The umpire's ready to start proceedings once again. Big Andy Reuter doing the ruck work. His opponent is Greaves. Greaves got the knockdown, a good one too. Hand pass come out quickly from Matty Cullen. They'll play with a bit of senior experience. Up towards half forward. Bouncing ball. Across the half forward line. Who can get hold of it?
Frankie Vasilovic was in there.
Yeah, I think he was. The fellow that got in and playing his 150th for the day. The kick comes back out. Goes out towards the Corio player. Is racing. Went past him though, down towards...
Shocking kick.
Yeah, it wasn't a good kick, Grubby, and a good mark. Good mark, good judgment by Ressinger, drifting back and taking that one across the half-back line. Switches play to the outer side. Not a bad kick, but didn't find the target. And mark taken there for East Geelong. Hand pass to Reuter, who runs past like the rover. Unloads with a huge kick with the breeze. Backing back, Ferguson takes the beauty.
That's better. What they've actually kicked it to him. They've got to kick it to this bloke because he's a little bit slow and can't chase it when he's not right to the fall of the footy. But by gee, he's going to be dangerous if he can take marks like that.
Well, good hands on the footy there. One grabber falling backwards, and the kick carried further than they all thought it was going to carry from Reuter. And now he has the chance at the 11-minute mark of the first term to put the second goal on the board for East Geelong. Big Ferguson. Umpire's moved a little bit. I think that's home though. He's back into the centre of the goal now. It's a goal. Scotty Ferguson, the assistant coach, kicks his first for the grand final of 2003. And the East Geelong Eagles move on to, I think it'll be 2 goals, 3, 19 points.
2 3s, 15.
15. Oh, yeah, they haven't changed that, have they? 2 3 15. Corio, just the one solitary point against the breeze.
You're about as good as with figures as that bloody Janine Upston from Corio. And Peter's not much better.
I've got no comment. Let's have a look back in the centre. Again, Greaves to do the ruck work for Corio.
Why don't you bounce it, you mongrel?
In the centre, up they go. Reuter wins the knockdown, got it down. That looked like Watson steaming through out of the centre of ground position. Long kick again from Watson into the forward zone. Back with the flight of it, almost a mark there to Luke Thompson. Couldn't quite control it.
Jeez, he nearly had that. He should have taken it in the finish.
Yeah, he had it twice and then just let it go and through it went for the minor score.
He got himself in fantastic position to take it and couldn't do the easy bit at the end and hold on to it.
Not an easy day to put the ball back into play for the full-backs because the breeze holding it up, and we saw it before there where Jamie Dale zipped in and took the mark and then kicked the goal.
Yeah, always a danger.
Now the kick in comes from Dave Ressinger. The big fellow aims out wide. Pretty good kick now. Did his teammate get a hand on that before it went out of bounds? I don't reckon he did. He dived, made a great effort. That was Brett Rutherford, but didn't quite get the hand on it. So we'll see Watson get the free kick. Chips the ball across sideways, just narrowing the angle somewhat. Long kick. Goes goalwards. Back of the pack. Might have hit the behind post. I think it's out of bounds. So no score on the play there. Just trying to pick up that play. He actually looked like Scotty Cowie, but it was from years ago. The player, in fact, was Shane Bailey, the coach. Ball back into play out to half-back. Reuter's got it again. He's having a picnic. You're right about his class in this grade of competition. Kicks the ball to the forward line. Corio can't take the mark. Ground level. Good work by Ressinger. The big fella moved through well behind the pack. Kicked it out wide. Moving the ball further around that half-back line. Out wide goes towards Watson. Dean Watson can't gather in. It's out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in. Far side of the ground. About 75 metres out from the goal, which East Geelong are attacking. Scoreboard check shows 2-4-16 for East Geelong. Corio 1 point only. We've played nearly 14 minutes of the first term. Just settling a little bit better now, East Geelong, Grubby.
Well, they are, and I'll tell you what, Steve Keaton, I'll give you a big rap before the game, but that was a disgraceful decision. You've got to have body contact in the ruck. 2 big blokes going at it, and one bloke was just a bit stronger than the other. No hands. Bad decision, Stevie.
Okay, the recipient of the free kick will be Dale Greaves.
Then again, what more could you expect from a bald-headed Williamstown cricketer?
Not going into that either, Grubby. The ball goes out towards the centre wing position. They've pulled up short. East Geelong mark, kick, long, into the back of the pack. Chance here if he can get his hand on the football here. Thompson couldn't quite gather it in. Rushed through for a minor score.
He's looking a little bit dangerous down there, that little fella.
He's got a bit of toe, hasn't he?
Yeah, you might sound like I'm picking on him, but Scotty Ferguson, he leads out, but then he can't get back, and the little fella's left there one out a lot of the times, but, you know, you've got to go for your big guns. Oh!
Kick in. Thompson's up. Got a hand on that kick in. It was meant for Matthew Cullen. But young Thompson did a good job, got the hand up, knocked it away. It's gone out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in, but it's only about 35 metres around from the point post. Into play, Greaves does the ruck work, knocked the ball down, back of the pack. Cullen got a hand pass away, it was all right, looking for Shane Evans coming through. He couldn't quite pick it up, got it there to the big fella, the ruckman, he got it over the top there. That was good play by Greaves. Corio worked the ball down well now, out towards the centre wing. Numbers, East Geelong have them. Reuter picks it up. The big fella spins and kicks.
Down the ground.
Took the mark anyway, didn't matter, but Reuter was decked after he got rid of the footy. And East Geelong now kicked the ball well into the forward zone. Knocked away at ground level. A chance for Chris Laurie of Corio. Got the ball further afield. Chain of hand pass. That's good running. Brett Rutherford was in there again. He got one across. Wasn't a particularly good one that time because Gundry was under pressure. Pushed off the footy at the back of the pack. The ball spills. Corio with the numbers. Paul Baker, the Baker boy, runs once, twice, 3 times as he bounced. He's chased the hand pass. There's another one. He's running against the breeze. He's run out of puff. He actually kicked the ball eventually, but chopping it up there at half back was Shane Evans for East Geelong. He's a bit tired there, Paul Baker, by the time he got the boot on that one.
Got a bit tired when he had to kick it there.
Now Evans now puts the ball long. They've kicked the ball pretty long with the breeze. Watson scouts the pack beautifully. Got a hand pass across, looking for a teammate going past. Watson takes it back, gets a hand pass further afield. Down the ground they come. Dale, the previous goal kicker. Let's go long towards the forward zone. Ferguson couldn't take the mark. Here's Thompson over the footy. Pushed up it. Well done. The Devils are doing well down there in defence. Little chip out of the back lines. Okay, good kick. Good kick. And Ben Whitehill takes the mark at half back.
Jeez, I like this kid. I like this kid.
Whitehill now swings the play towards the grandstand side of the ground, looks for and finds a teammate in Ashley Rayson. Rayson goes on with the game, got it into the centre. Oh, one hand, he got to put 2 up. At ground level, it's picked up here by Bailey. Bailey got a hand pass across. Teammate kicked down towards the high fly down there in Flanagan. He couldn't take the mark, and the ball is whisked away by the defenders of Corio as it goes out towards the centre wing. Looking for the football out there, searching for it in fact, and getting it too is Baker. His hand pass under pressure, not bad, got it towards Laurie. He gave one across. Corio worked the ball very short. They're doing okay. They've still got possession as Whitehill runs onto the footy and kicks it long into the pocket. Good kick, good lead. Almost the mark taken, not quite though that time by Frankie Basilovic. Couldn't quite hang on to it. Ball hits the turf.
Paid a free kick here.
He's paid a free. As Basilovic is rolling around on the ground, I think it might be his free.
Well, it looks like the way the umpire was going, he's paying a free for tapping him on the bum. What was that? He's running, tapping himself on the bum. What's that?
I think that's a push in the posterior. We'll call that. And Frankie Basilovic. It's his 150th today, I think you said, Grubby?
Yeah, 150 and a lot of good ones in that too.
A tough kick from there. He's got it deep into the pocket. Bit of pushing and shoving. Kelvin Gray whacks it through for a rush behind. So East Geelong stay on their score, which is 2 goals, 4-16. And Corio now have pressed on to 2 minor scores. 17, nearly 18 minutes gone to the first term. I think Corio will be pretty happy with what they've done so far, Grubby.
You betcha they have, you betcha. There's still a few minutes to go yet, and if they can stop them from kicking any more goals, they'll come into this second quarter chock-a-block full of confidence.
Now Kelvin Gray puts it back into play, uses the breeze, kicks it long, looks for Reuter, he let it go, and standing back and staking on his own is Stephen Ryan. With the shaved head for the afternoon, chips the ball into the forward line, well attacked by the defenders of East Geelong. Gather kicked the ball out wide towards the centre wing. Just didn't hit the target. The big fella host was making the lead. It didn't get to him at ground level. They're working pretty well, East Geelong on the pack. Bit of an old 1-2 there, going on beautifully. That was between the big fella Zach Host. Was in that one. Down to the forward pocket goes Thompson, lays the tackle. The ball spills up hands, out of bounds it goes. We'll have a boundary throw in.
He's getting some opportunities, that young Thompson. He just hasn't been able to convert and do a bit of damage
he
yet.
Really could have kicked a couple of goals this quarter, couldn't he? With just a touch of luck. He runs hard at the foot. He's going too hard sometimes to pull up and grab it. Host gets the ruck work down, knocked to ground again. The ball worked out well. Rutherford was in there, lending a hand as he has done all quarter in defence. Up it goes. Greaves thumps the ball away there from Reuter. Players at ground level, stacking on top of it. In there was Philip Gunn for East Geelong. He's on the bottom of that pack somewhere with Reuter. We'll have a ball-up decision as Kane Haynes was waiting for the footy to come out.
Geez, he held it in there well then, Reuter. They were away, Corio.
Yeah, bit of experience there now. Reuter, could he get a free kick for shepherding? No. Down it comes to ground. He knocked the ball to Della. Della puts it on the boot. Awkward kick into the forward pocket. Good work there by Ryan of Corio. Got the ball back out. Nearly. Baker, short kick. Over the top of the packet went, looking there for Rayson. Corio trying to chip the ball to the breeze. This one just slewed up the boot there of Chris Laurie and it's gone out of bounds on the full. We've played nearly 20 minutes of the first term, almost 20 minutes gone as Shane Bailey puts the ball back into play, in towards centre half forward, goes for the big foot up, there goes Darlow, couldn't take the mark, might have given away the free kick though. I think he did. Over the back it goes. Corio worked the ball out wide into the other side of the ground, the half-back flank on the outer side. Running after the foot, he almost got hold of it that time, Grundy. Has he got it? Yeah, picks it up, goes on the left foot, in towards half forward. Is that in the back? No, to the umpire. Play on. That looked like Baker again in the play. Kicked it off the ground. Gray comes out, meets the football well. Got a hand pass to a teammate. One comes back over the top. That's okay as we see, looked like Hobbs kicking the ball down towards, well, over the centre of the ground, towards the half forward line. Didn't get there. Around the body, was that Evans? A little kick on the, big kick in fact on the left foot.
Oh, he's seen a free kick there.
Paid a free kick. Grubby, what was it for?
Well, he's paid holding the man. By crikey, I wish we had a replay here because I really couldn't see much in that either. I think he might have been a bit stiff, that fella. But the umpire's on the spot there, so we're a fair way away.
Yeah, Matthew Ince might have been the player offending there, and the free kick has gone to the lively Thompson. Now, an important kick. He's had a couple of chances. We played 21 minutes of the first term. 2-4-16. East Geelong, Corio, just 2 points on the board.
Bullshit, Grubby, bullshit.
The Grubby fan club's just walking past.
Looks like the Werribee Central's drunks have come from the grand final breakfast, Cookie.
And I think Thompson has done the right thing there by East Geelong. He's put it through.
Fight. Look out, punches thrown here.
There's a blue on as Thompson kicks his second goal for the quarter. But nothing too dramatic in that, just a bit of... well, Big Ferguson was in there. You want to be careful getting the blue with Big Ferguson around, I reckon.
That's what I thought to myself, but he just grabbed his own player and said, that's it. I'll tell you what, they're in trouble if he starts running. I'll be running the other way, I can tell you.
Well, that's Thompson's second goal. One to Ferguson and one to Daler. Just make sure we got this right. I might have Thompson down for 2 instead of 1, I think. How many got him down for?
Oh, I don't even write them down, mate.
Okay, well, you're a big help. Thanks for coming along.
All I do is write down the number of cans we've had per quarter, and it's getting pretty dry. We haven't had one yet.
It's Thompson's first goal, in fact. And it's 3-4 to 2 points back into the centre. Big Host has a bit of a run on the ruck there, taken away by Ryan of Corio. Chipped the ball over the top towards centre half forward. Corio with running numbers at the back of the pack. Here's the chances. Ashley McNamara picked it up, fired it into the forward pocket. The wind took it away a bit. At ground level, a little hand pass came across. It was okay.
Frankie Vasilovic.
It came from Vasilovic with the long sleeves on in the forward pocket there. Couldn't find the teammate though. The ball is still free at centre half back or centre half forward, whichever way you're looking at it. Here's the chance for Corio now. Player hit. He might get a free kick. Looked hip and shoulder to me. Not paid. It was not seen that way as Kane Haynes kicks the ball across. And mark taken.
Gundry. Sean Gundry.
And, well, an important kick, a tough one. 22, nearly 23 minutes gone. Into the breeze.
Good player though, this kid. Good player.
Let's have a look at his shot on goal, Gundry, the goal umpire. He hasn't moved. The goal umpire says 4 points. Oh, that's a great goal into the breeze. Kicked by Gundry. The skipper, real captain's goal, that one. As he received that little kick across from Kane Haynes. Very quick thinking from Haynes. As soon as he got the free kick, didn't wait the umpire to line him up, just saw Gundry free and chipped it over in front of him.
I think that's what you got to do when you're against the wind. You've got to see these opportunities as early as you can and then hit a target, which he did. And I tell you what, I know he's a good player there. It was a funny looking kick at the ball. He dropped the ball funny and his legs were pointing out. But I tell you what,
the goal umpire didn't move.
He never moved one step. And so it doesn't matter how you kick him as long as you kick him, Cookie, in grand finals.
So Corio 1-2-8, East Geelong 3-4-22, 14 points the difference. We've played 23.5 minutes of the first term, not too far away from siren time. As the ball goes up and Big Host got the knockdown, free kick paid in the ruck. Who's going to get this one?
Oh,
no one was sure. Host got it. Well, Greaves thought it was his, and so did Host, I think. He'd been back off to take the mark. Yeah. Host now with the ball. The big fella, Zach, goes into the half-forward line. Just too much carrying the footy for his teammate who was held when not in possession there. Corio numbers is pretty good in defence too. They work it out towards half-back. Chance for Matty Cullen. Couldn't hold the mark. Hand pass comes across to Bailey. Bailey now goes bang. He received the hand pass from Gray. Then he goes into the forward line. Ryan couldn't take it. Picked up by the big fella Ferguson, and he's missed everything. The whole damn shooting match.
And never looked like it from the time he picked the ball up.
And he wouldn't hit the second set of goal posts down that end. If there'd have been one on the right-hand side, he would have missed them too.
I think he wanted to go and chase it over on the netball courts and have a perv while he was at it, by the looks of things.
So the coach there, Bailey, who got the ball forward after receiving the hand pass from Gray, would be disappointed with the big fella's effort there. Just the hook back into the corridor would have been the way to go, but he blazed away and out the outside of the boot it did go.
Looks like Darryl Smith might be coming on for his first run of the game.
Bit of hesitation there from Big Dave Ressinger, which way to kick it. He eventually went across the face of goal. That's always dangerous. At ground level, Bailey got a hand pass away. That was Flanagan, in fact. but too close to the fence. A bit lucky there for Corio because it was 3-on-1. Had East Geelong been able to keep the ball in play.
Daryl Smith on, Matty Cullen off for a spell.
Great ruck work there from Ressinger, who beat the big fella in Reuter at that occasion. Got the ball down. Corio worked it out towards half back. Pulled off the footy for mine. Was Clinton Eldridge. He must take the free kick. He is out there just short of the centre wing on the outer side of the ground. 25.5 minutes gone to the first term. Short kick's okay. Away he goes, Gundry. Kicked that last great goal into the breeze. Up he goes towards half forward, but as Grubby said, courage displayed there and a beautiful mark taken at half back, and that was Daniel Hobbs, who hasn't been too bad in the first term either. Had a few touches. Back running through the centre. The umpire.
Oh, no! Yep. No.
What's he called? The throw, Grubby?
He called a throw, but he just lost control of the ball and got it back again. What did he do? Throw it to himself. That's a terrible decision. He's actually tried to take control of the ball and it's slipped out of his hands and he's had another grab at it.
He's very confused too. The umpire's telling him he doesn't believe him. Andy Reuter with the free kick, need a goal badly before quarter time. He kicks up high, lets the breeze do its work into the forward pocket. Thompson's out. He couldn't quite hold it. That was Flanagan, in fact, couldn't quite hang on to that one. Ball comes out the back of the pack. This player's been okay down there, Ressinger, against the tide. He's got it out wide again, but gathered in by the Eagles. Kick across towards centre half forward late in the term. But again, Corio's defence has been very good. I'll get that player for you in a minute because he's been pretty good down there. He's got it out towards half back. Running around.
Might be Smith, I think. First touch.
Might have been taking the possession. That was Dale Smith there. Here comes chance for Kelvin Gray. The scud missile straightens up. He's outside 50. Goes on the left foot into the forward zone. Good kick from Gray. Is it a mark?
Mark to Corio.
Corio, yeah.
Ressinger.
Just chipped in front there. Gray went for his teammate in...
it was nearly a jump ball.
Darby Shear. Didn't find him.
That's just made me day. Fano's turned up. Crikey.
Messenger kicks the ball out towards half at the big fellas here. Brett Bravo, up he goes. He couldn't take the mark. Back of the pack, working hard at ground level. Almost getting hold of the ball there.
Bit of a David and Goliath there, Cookie.
Looks like this little fella picks himself up. I thought he nearly got a free kick there, but he didn't get one. That was Philip Gunn. And the umpire chucks it up again. It's not far off quarter time. Been a good quarter for Corio. If they can hold East Geelong out here. Reuter does the rack work. Got it to ground. Little kick. Didn't go far. Another one. Oh, they found a teammate. That was a bit of Donald Duck involved there. Big hand pass out wide. Might have been Rutherford. Got it out wide. His teammate here has a chance now in Kane Haynes. Set up that previous goal. Hand pass. Little kick off the boot. Oh, high flyer. Almost taking the mark. Daniel Hobbs in front of the grandstand here. Picked up by Kelvin Gray. He's run a fair way and the umpire's pinned him. He just took about too many. When you look where he'd run Grubby, I'd agree with that one on that occasion.
Very, very, very close, but yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. I haven't got a problem with that. Don't like the decision much. Don't like if you run that far. It looks good. Let it go. Jesus. But rules are rules, Cookie. Rules are rules.
We've seen that in the AFL lately. That there's been a few of those pinged that weren't been pinged earlier, so it might be a directive. Yeah, I thought Kel might have just gone too far. He's going to get rid of it once, then took those extra couple.
Yeah, it's probably what that sways the umpire. If you run straight and don't veer off or anything, you're pretty well right. But as soon as you make a second decision, you're gone.
Eldridge takes the free kick and chips the ball out wide. Kick is okay.
Racing, is it?
Yeah, might be racing. Took the mark, had a couple of bounces, chipped the hand pass over the top. That's okay too. Got Steve Ryan there. Ryan now goes into the forward zone. Oh, great mark. Great one-handed mark going backwards with the flight of the footy. And it was a beauty taken by Tim Knoll for East Geelong. And the siren sounds for quarter time. Let's put these down here. 1 goal, 2 to Corio. And East Geelong 3 goals for the goal kickers to quarter time. Sean Grundry kicked a beauty for the Devils into the breeze. And the goal kickers for East Geelong, 1 to Reuter, 1 to Luke Thompson, and 1 to Jamie Daler. 3 goals, 4 plays, 1 goal, 2. Back for the second term shortly.